Namaste, Hare Krishna. Chapter 2, Sloka 8. Nahi prapaśyāmi mamāpanudyād chokam ucchoṣaṇam indriyāṇām avāpya bhūmau asapatnam ṛddhaṁ rājyaṁ surāṇām api cādhipatyam. So in this sloka, Arjuna expresses further that he cannot fight because of the grief which is driving him away and makes his senses dry up. He feels that he won't be able to progress. Nothing seems to be a driving force for him to get involved in this fight. Is not attracted by the prosperity, that's a kingdom, even if he gets the heavenly kingdom. Rājyaṁ surāṇām api cādhipatyam, even if he gets the supreme heavenly planet. He is not interested in this one. Because chokam ucchoṣaṇam indriyāṇām, because of the lamentation caused, because of the lamentation, his indriyas, his senses are dried up due to the lamentation. So, cultivating knowledge is one aspect, because we see here Arjuna spoke verses after verses after verses, placing his arguments to Krishna. It's all very valid arguments. That means he knows what he's talking about. It's not like he's giving an excuses from nowhere. It is quite valid. It is sastric. It's in the scriptures. Therefore, he knows. He had that knowledge. But the problem is how to apply that knowledge. He was missing that part. Many times we learn a lot of things. We are very, very good in learning things. We have many degrees, studied in big institutions, universities. We know more than anyone else. Sometimes we feel like that. But then even a small thing that person may not be able to solve in his life. So accumulating knowledge is one aspect, but then applying that knowledge in a practical way on a day-to-day life is a second critical skills that's needed. And that skills comes over the period of experience, by making mistakes, learning from that, or by reaching out to one who have already knows how to apply this knowledge in a very skillful way. So the second part is very important, application part. And that's what the problem with Arjuna. Because each one of us are really trying to be happy in this life. But some of them are interested to be happy in future lives after this life. And a very few are interested or even think about finding a permanent happiness, not just this life. I die and take another birth and try to be happy in that birth, and die and take another birth, try to be happy in that birth. So rather than doing that, there are very few people who are trying to find a solution to find a permanent happiness. Not by taking birth again, but to return to a place where we don't need to suffer anymore by coming back into this world by taking birth. So the key factor is to not suffer, but to be happy. That's what everyone is trying to achieve in life. No more suffering, but be happy. One can be permanently happy if only one understands the basic problems of our existence. If we don't solve the basic problems, we cannot find a permanent happiness. It is just a coating on top of an existing wound, putting a band-aid, but not curing the cut wound. Therefore, the fundamental basic problems are birth, old age, disease, and death. For argument's sake, one might tell, well, these things can be controlled. Birth can be controlled by not having children or by other means. Disease can be controlled by keeping a very green environment. Old age can be controlled by hi-fi technologies and medicines, proper exercise and proper healthy diet, and be young. But the truth is, no one can control the death of those who are already born. Even though scientifically there are millions and billions and trillions of money has been spent trying to find a way to avoid death. There are so much faith has been put on this research. Even the people who are dead, they have written their wealth to the research so that one day the scientists will find out a means to wake up the dead ones. The modern education doesn't teach us a permanent solution for any of this problem. That's a reality. That's a truth. They can only be solved by reading the pages of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is a means and way where we can find answers for all these problems. So one should take up Bhagavad Gita as a guide in one's life to solve the problem and to be happy. Happy in this world and happy in the next world, the spiritual world. Nahi prapaśyāmi mamāpanudyād chokam ucchoṣaṇam indriyāṇām avāpya bhūmau asapatnam ṛddhaṁ rājyaṁ surāṇām api cādhipatyam. Thank you. Hare Krishna.